So you've decided that the gym is not for you. You've tried it for 6 months. You've given it your best shot. For whatever reason, you've decided that, yeah, it's just not for you. And how you're going to get to your goals is by training from home. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how you can effectively train from home without having the ease, benefit, and efficiency of a gym environment. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you've at least tried to go to the gym for whatever reason. Maybe it's cost, maybe it's location, accessibility, injury, whatever. You are deciding to train from home, right? And just as a reminder, one of the most important things that we need to focus on when training is having progression, right? We're not just training to be entertained or to juggle some dumbbells or to do flips and all sorts of crazy stuff. We're there to do it, get the result, get out, okay? The whole point of training is to progress, and progression, getting results, looking better, feeling better, maintaining, sustaining a healthy weight, that is where the fun comes from, okay? So as long as we've got that clear, then we can move on to this next section. So with that said, here are the guidelines that I would personally follow and what I do follow if I can't train at a gym, or the gym's closed, or there's a big worldwide pandemic and we're not allowed to train in that sort of environment. So I'm going to open up the whiteboard and I'm going to go through the key things that you need for your training program. So first thing, very simply is, and again, my writing is fucking terrible, but whatever. You need to have the big six. So these are basically 6 movement patterns that every intelligent, consistent training program will have in them in some form or another, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into detail as to why these are important, but you will need to have these 6 movements in some form or fashion in your program. So what are they? Well, the first one is that's V for variation, so squat variation. Second one is a hip hinge variation. So that could be anything where your hips are going back as opposed to you're bending your knees. So think deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, or kettlebell swings. The third movement, H for horizontal push. Horizontal push. Most classic examples are going to be things like a bench press, a floor press, or a push-up. The opposite to that, V for vertical, you will need a vertical push. So any weight that you're moving above your head, shoulder press, military press. And then we need the antagonist of these. So H again for horizontal. Horizontal pull, pulling something horizontally into your body, e.g. a row. And then I'm going to write this over here because I've run out of room. A V for vertical pull. Lat pull down, pull up. Simple. These 6 movements will be the 80 to 90% of your exercise plan. Now, they don't need to be the only exercises that you complete. You can also add in and factor in some other extra stuff, things like bicep curls, ab crunches, leg raises, reverse crunches, Bulgarian split squats, the rest of them, okay? But these 6 core fundamental movements will make up the majority of your program because they work pretty much every single muscle group in your body when combined, okay? Now, how are you going to effectively work all of these movements if you're training from home? So what we can do is we can go through each one. So squat, pretty straightforward. You can just complete a bodyweight squat. If you do manage to get to a position where you're doing loads and loads of reps on the squat, then what you can do is incorporate some weight. So you could buy, for example, hang on, got someone here. You could buy some dumbbells with adjustable weights on either side so you can adjust the weight quite simply. And you can start to do some things like weighted squats, like goblet squats, right? Where you put the weight underneath your chin and then you do the squat. Hip hinge. So I would, again, recommend with increasing weight, go for 2 dumbbells that are adjustable, and you can do some Romanian deadlifts with some dumbbells. Very simple. Or if you have a kettlebell, you could do some kettlebell swings. Horizontal push. I think the most classic one from home is going to be the push-up, but you can also do things like floor presses as well, where you bring the weight down, two dumbbells down just towards where your elbows are hitting the floor. Really straightforward. Vertical push, really simple, not too much difficulty there. You're going to go for a vertical push, which would be a shoulder press. Horizontal pull, you're going to be doing a row, so you could do like a dumbbell row, very, very straightforward. And then vertical pull, it's going to be very difficult for you to do a lat pull down unless you have machinery and equipment at home. Otherwise, you're going to have to look to buy something to help you with that movement. Now, I can put in the link below the one that I have used before, and it's really cheap and easy, and it costs like 10 quid. It takes like 10 minutes to put together, a few screws. And what you do is you actually put it in the frame of your door, and you can then hang from that and do pull-ups. Really straightforward. I would recommend these few bits then. We've already discussed some of them, but you definitely want to get some DBs, dumbbells, with really important that you have adjustable weight. You don't want to buy just set ones that you can't adjust. Otherwise, you're going to run into problems with when you're trying to progress. PUB, pull-up bar, for that very reason, so that you can do some pull-ups, so you can do the vertical pull. Other thing I'd recommend as well, optional, but if you've got some expensive flooring, you might want to buy like some matting or a mat so that you can protect your surfaces. And then if you wanted to add some extra bits in as well, you can get some RBs, resistance bands. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they have different resistances depending on the brand and the make and stuff. So you can get different colors, like you get green, red, blue, and they all come in different weights and stuff. So they might be good if you wanted to do some like banded work for your upper back, or you can put your foot under one of them if it's light, and you can do some bicep curls, right? So they're really versatile, but I would personally prioritize dumbbells over things like resistance bands. And then all you need to do then is put all these exercises into a plan. Obviously, figure out how many days per week you can train, and how long you can train per session as well, right? If you want help putting this together, if you would like a personalized home workout program, click the link in the description below. It will take you through to my 6-week fat loss accelerator. Included in that fat loss accelerator is a coaching call, 2 of them in fact, and one of them will be for the creation of your own personalized program so that you can train intelligently, efficiently for your own personal lifestyle. All right, see you in the next one.